Hey y'all, what's going on? So, been working today, taking meetings and this and that. So, just taking a break for a second, and in between meetings, was working on some other stuff, and kind of forgot that I had another 22 that I've never really threw a scope on and played with much, and in all the playing with the Springfield, my Tippman. Yeah. So this is just a M4 Tippman. This was and I've had it for a while. This old girl, yeah, Metal Madness series. This I've had this for a long time. So yeah, I put the man, I can't remember where I got that from. I'll have to look it up and throw it in the description. But I dropped it because obviously I'm a bigger guy, getting down on the stocks, a little bit tougher. I did put this is actually the Tippman grip, which I really like. Almost tactical trigger. 22s and PCCs are a little finicky on their triggers. So a drop-in is not always an option. A lot of times you have to do a parts kit trigger. What else? Obviously, I did hydro dip. I did that myself. It's kind of fun. Me and the kids did it. It's been holding up really, really good. I think this is 3 years old at this point. I was just getting tired of seeing, all the same, all at the same time. I did put the extended charging handle on it. Obviously, it normally doesn't have a scope on it. I usually run a Seymour rail system on it, and I went from 16 MOA dot down to an 8 MOA dot for Steel Challenge. But in looking for groups out of this, because I've never really done that with this rifle, I thought, I see a lot of guys online that really love shooting these for groups. Not what I bought it for. So this also has the lightened fluted barrel, but I've never really taken this gun and tried throwing a scope on it and seeing how it groups. Now this gun does, and has always, actually ever since I purchased it, shot the Agula or Aguila, however you pronounce it. High velocity, 40 grain, 1255 feet per second, copper plated solids. It's never let me down. It's always been flawless. And for Steel Challenge, we're talking 38 yards for the furthest target, and they're rather large targets, but it's not about being exact. It's about finding your target, shooting it fast. So if you're curious, you can go back, look at the shorts, or look at the other videos. We're really trying to shoot 5 targets in under 2 seconds. So this gun has done fantastic at that, and it's always been spot on. Every 2,000 rounds, I've cleaned it, and it hasn't let me down. So, but I'm curious. I've been playing around with, because it's cold. What else are you gonna do? I've been playing around with the Springfield and shooting groups, and me and Dad and my brother and everybody else love shooting 22s anyway, and shooting groups. And I've gotten, a little bit more serious and Kentucky and Rustic Ballistics and all those guys, and you know, you'll see them in the notes in the video. So I'm just messing around with it right now. I'm going to shoot it out of the gun room and just try and set it in with this 4-12 on it. I just threw it on there. I pulled the red dot off. I'm going to shoot it on a steel target. From what I've seen online, these things are fairly accurate. I would also like to, there's a 10-22 that I built for Dad for Steel Challenge. I would love to see what that would do with a good scope on it and on a good rest, what that would do. Now that something tells me that thing would be stupid accurate, but we don't use it for that. We use it for Steel Challenge. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to get everything sorted out and we'll shoot some groups and try and get this thing set in with this scope on it and see what happens. Okay, so we're just sighting in. Again, the Agula high velocity 40 grain to 1255 FPS copper plated solid points. Sorry. This is what this gun always shoots. Probably what it'll always shoot. And we're going to shoot for that hanger point. And, you know, we're just trying to walk it in there. We're just going to adjust scope as we go. See what happens. Ooh, okay. That's a touch high. Go there. So we get reset. It's still high. Huh? The wrong way. Might be on me. Let's go crazy. So I do need to interject for just a minute. And a lot of my friends that shoot with me, you might have heard me making corrections. And I click, and then you hear tap, tap, tap. So here's what I'm doing. And agree, disagree, love to hear your comments. So what I'll do is I'll, caps are off and click, and then I will take my Gerber plastic side and on the turret just to settle the crosshairs so that I don't have to take 3 or 4 shots to get the crosshairs to settle. Maybe that's not necessary on current optics. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But that's that noise you're hearing, just so you know. Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, definitely would. Okay. Okay. One more left. Oops. Maybe too far. Yeah, I think we got it. Yeah, we're good. I'm going to shoot for the, just for, I think there's a couple more left in here, and I'm kind of just shoot for that bottom first hole we shot. This rest sucks. Okay. So trying to get a rest. The extended magazine on this thing is horrible, but we'll do the best we can. You know what? All right, we're going up to steel. Changed my mind. It's a 2-inch steel at 50 yards. Yeah, we'll put up on that. Screw it. Maybe shooting a little bit left. There's no wind outside. Yeah, let me correct that just a little bit. Maybe not enough, right? Okay. Yeah, maybe just a siege more. looks pretty good. All right, let's go. Let's go down to the bottom. There you go. That one on the left first. I'm gonna aim for that bubble. Best I can, anyway. Again, not a great all right. Not a great rest I have, but yeah. I like this. Right, we're almost out. I'm gonna move over to the right target. Just finish this mag out. There we go. Well, that was fun. Okay, so I will say that this was not the best nor worst ever. I've never shot that gun with a reasonable scope at any range. I was impressed. No, the Tippman, man, I've always been impressed with that gun ever since I bought it. And I was gonna do a 10-22. Actually traded a gun to purchase a rimfire auto loader that would take magazines to shoot Steel Challenge. And I ended up with the Tippman. Didn't know anything about them at the time. And that gun has never failed to impress me. Didn't buy it to shoot groups at any sort of distance. It has never let me down. So, yeah. I know I didn't shoot it on paper. The target flipped over, and quite frankly, I've been shooting all this in between calls and Teams meetings and all that fun stuff. And no, I don't do my Teams meetings with all of this in the background. That would not work out well. Maybe with some of her clients, I don't know. But no. So, always been a huge proponent. It's been an awesome gun. My dad shot it. My nephew, nieces, everybody shot that gun. And I had no expectations of being a quote-unquote AR platform being that accurate. But, and that wasn't my goal, obviously. It was about being light, reliable, and matching up with my PCC over here, which we can talk about some other time. I wanted something that was similar because I wanted to shoot 22 and I wanted to shoot PCC. And then, yeah, so 9mm, because I also have a pistol that could share magazines, XYZ, all that fun stuff. So, yeah, no, that rifle's been outstanding. And we could talk about that because that was inexpensive. Not anymore, because I've done dumb stuff to it. But yeah, no, that Tippman, love it. It's been awesome. Didn't get it on paper, but I think you get the point. Yeah. Way to go, autoloader. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.